Hey, welcome back everyone. Getting right into it today. Vintage mystery packs. 3 autographs or jerseys per box. You guys know the rules. I get to keep 1 card. The rest are going to be listed on eBay. Like I talked about yesterday in the video, if you haven't tuned in, all these will be listed on eBay. We've decided to do it on 2 different lots. So essentially there's 3 autographs. We're going to assume that I keep 1. We're going to divide these into 2 different lots. So we'll have a hit in each lot with whatever's left. I'll divide them out here in the video. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to divide those out. I guess right now we got to figure out, it is tape. This is a lot cheaper of a paper than I thought it was going to be when we were ripping this thing open. So here's what it looks like. That is a lot of packs and a lot of cards. That should make it fun. Again, we're going to divide these into 2 different lots. I only get to keep a card. No matter what, I only get to keep 1 card out of this rip. And the rest will be listed on eBay at a 99-cent auction. And again, we're going to do 2 different ones. Now, I'm already going to say I'm going to be very irritated because of the way these are taped up. So obviously they did pack these themselves. But the way this tape is, this is going to make it so ridiculous to try to get in each one of these packs. I mean, that just, how do you not damage a corner, essentially, when they make them that tight? So I'll probably use my knife to try to get into a corner of each one and try not to make it take too long for you. So we already have a sleeved up card in here. All right, so we have Craig Hodges, Tisdale, Williams, and then all of a sudden, all the way to 21-22. And here is our first authentic fabrics. Twan Walker, Cloud, Long, Del Curry, and Vinnie Johnson. Right now, I'll probably throw the, I think I have a top loader. So we'll throw that one in a top loader, even though that wasn't on one. Which, again, the way they pack these. So I'll carefully get into each one of these packs. Again, now these, of course, you guys might have seen the baseball and other sports on eBay. I mean, these are like 80, 90 bucks, I think. Stacey Augmon, Carter, Karl Malone. Our newer card again, Kleber, AC Green. Kind of a crazy old one. Dale Ellis, Scott Anderson, Reggie Lewis. I mean, that is just a beat up sleeve too. But we're going to still throw it in a top loader because obviously an older set, but you know, I'm going to replace this with a new, better penny sleeve. And the card's not mint condition by any means, but this is probably essentially one of their cards. And, I mean, for the year, that's not, like I said, that's not too bad of kind of a hit in a way. It's an older card, but this is the one thing I would say, if you're going to do a repack product, you would think you would just try to make it, I mean, this is just crazy. Like, why would you make it this difficult to get into the packs? I mean, it's kind of like if you get something on eBay and it would be packed with that type of tape too. It's like, let's just not be ridiculous here. Stacey Augmon. Now, of course, these are drafts, so, I mean, they're rookies. Sean Kemp. Kyle Kuzma. Magic Johnson, Duckworth, Horn, Robert Parrish, Dale Ellis. So kind of almost like a repeat with those. I mean, I'll throw the Magic over here. So this is going to be a patient rip, I guess we could say. At least they're putting like a sleeved card in each one, so you kind of essentially are I'm going to assume that's going to be what the hits are always going to be in. Pickney, Danny Ainge, Kenny Walker, Tim Hardaway. So you could tell that was from an archives right away. Well, there's a rookie. Stackhouse, Kenny Smith, and Moses Malone. I will tell you, this is going to be an interesting one to try to divide out in between two lots when we're done, because it's going to be a lot of cards. I don't know if I'll end up just splitting them right down the middle or dividing by sets. I don't know how we're going to do that one yet. I might regret dividing them into two lots, but again, we'll see. Chris Gatling, again, that's a rookie. Harrell, Tony Kukoc, rookie. John Long, Burn, Pickney. Okay. All right, we're getting the hang of this one here now. Seeing if I can cut these a certain way, they come out a lot easier, so that's good. Draft checklist, Sean Elliott, Boban. Ooh, look at that. That's an old one. James Donaldson, AC Green. Again, oh yeah, that's not as bad as some of the other ones. Some of these all top, this corner's all dinged up. It's not gonna. Yeah, that's why I don't like some of these top loaders, the way they're squeezed in the packs. It makes no sense. That is a cool one, though. No denying that. I'm actually going to lower the camera down a little bit too, since it was a little higher. Make it a little bit easier to see some of these as we're going through. Hopefully, anyways. But yeah, they're crunching the packs in there, yet throwing a card in a penny sleeve, which is, pushing on the edges. Duckworth. I think I've seen these pulled. Henyon Martin, John Stockton, Lamb, Dominique Wilkins. As I said, I think I've seen these. I'm going to grab this other one out of here. The baseball ones, I think. Ooh, this is a thick one, so I'm assuming there's going to be a mem. Relic game used, maybe. Who knows? So I was kind of surprised already on the first one. Was it going to be like a Panini product says 3 autographs or autos, and then they're all mems, I should say. Redemption. It's kind of a cool one. Emmanuel Quickly. Lamarcus Aldridge. Wow. Talk about going... That's just crazy to me. We're saying vintage mystery packs here, right, guys? Like vintage mystery packs, and then we have 2020-21 Prism in a vintage mystery pack. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, please. I mean, yes, it's cracked ice. It's kind of a cool card. But still, we're vintage mystery packs. Why are we putting new hits in vintage mystery packs? And I know there wasn't that many, vintage mems from the vintage cards, but then just don't. Yeah, I guess that's what threw me off when it said 3 autos, because I was like, or memorabilia cards, because it's like, oh, well, there isn't that many. I mean, most of the memorabilia cards. Clyde Drexler, that's kind of a cool one. Man, there is the big auto, Steve Johnson. So I think we kind of know what we're going to expect out of these at this point. Re-sleeving and top-loading the auto. So our 3 hits technically are done here. Great significance. The big name everybody was hoping for out of a hit, right? So there it is. I mean, we deserve more than that. But again, the box was, like I said, like 80 or 90 bucks or something like that. And I didn't pull the trigger for a while, but again, I was like, it intrigued me, and I'm sure a lot of you might have seen the baseball again, or maybe you guys have seen him and wondered, but So you know what? Someone's got to do the research, so let's do it right here. Shaquille O'Neal, Member's Choice. I mean, so that one's kind of cool. Jamal Mashburn. Yeah, I mean, a rookie, but Bill Laimbeer. It is all good. Guess we just get to hang out and rip some old cards. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Reggie Lewis. Knight. And DeAndre Ayton. Well, there's kind of a fun one. Magic Moments. Thompson, Bowie, Dennis Rodman. I've always liked some of the old Dennis Rodman cards, especially some of the crazy photos on him before his crazier days. Marley, Kevin Johnson, Jalen Duren arriving now. Whoa, there we go. I got to have my one card. I guess maybe we're going to have two lots because I said we were going to do two. See, that's what happens when I say stuff. When we don't know what to expect. When we don't know. I mean, to me, that's by far for me, the coolest, of course. You guys aren't going to be surprised by me saying that. It's a great day with an MJ. Ron Harper, Terry Porter, Johnny Davis, Larry Bird, Chucky Brown. So like I said, when I get done with this, I'm going to divide these up. What I'm probably going to do is keep some of the similar, like the older vintage, the really vintage cards together, because I know that's certain people probably collect more of those as a whole. Steve Smith, I mean, that's another rookie. Mike Williams, Julius Randle, Rod Strickland. So now they're actually throwing us a few in here. Mark Perkins. So we'll have a good idea how we'll divide these out. I have a couple different options for you guys. I do have a box up here that we'll be doing here. I mean, I got some football ones that's going to have multiple autos. I have a Contenders football that's going to have multiple the rookie ticket swatches with. We're getting some rookies in here now. Sean Kemp. So, I mean, this hasn't been as bad now. I mean, now we're getting some decent older cards in there. So yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up here. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more Jordans out of this. Clyde the Glide. Wow, we're getting... At least they're throwing some oldies in there. I mean, that's pretty cool. Is that a Marcus Johnson rookie? Spud Webb. Let's get back a little ways. Himble. Mullen. Gary Harris. Walt Frazier. I mean, it's a beat-up Walt Frazier. But still. So now we're appreciating. They're actually getting us some vintage in there. It's a vintage mystery. We got to see some vintage, right? So we got Jordan. We got... Walt Frazier's pretty cool. I don't know, what do you guys thinking I'm going to keep? You know, you guys know I'm a big Jordan fan. That's obviously an arc. Whoa! They're making my life tough. Rookie sensations, Kevin Durant. Oh, that's hilarious. There's some good cards in there, too. I'm going to swap out this one, too. And we'll check out these corners so you guys can see it as well. This one is not perfect by any means. Again, I appreciate getting these cards in here and getting some of these hits like this, but at the same time, it's not considered vintage. So we're kind of missing the ball on that part of it. But I'm starting to appreciate now. It seems like we're getting a little more value out of this thing. You guys will have to tell me. I mean, we'll just assume $100. 90, 100 is kind of the same team. Terrell Brandon, Mutombo rookie, Chambers. I will say they could have packed them a little bit more safe. That could have definitely helped. So we're getting essentially a sleeved card. So we're kind of getting a hit per pack in a way. There's another Jordan. That's a Topps Gold Jordan. Hodges. Well, it's a Topps Gold. It deserves a fresh penny sleeve. Boy, that one looks pretty good too. Some decisions to be made. Wow. Some decisions to be made. I don't know if I'm going to make it more difficult on myself by doing more than one auction. Because essentially I got to get you guys picks of the main ones. Larry Bird, Mark Eaton, I've gotten a little more impressed with this as we've gone. I got to take back some of the stuff we said before, besides it's not being vintage. I mean, we're not going to take that back. James Worthy, Larry Johnson. I mean, these make no sense to have those downers. Another Michael Jordan. I mean, we're not sitting too bad. All right. Coles, Anderson, Stockton. Third year, second year. Pointless. Larry Brown. We didn't have a sleeve in that one. All right, last pack. Like I said, you guys can see how just cheap paper, the way it's packed. And again, the hard part I would say, besides not having vintage, the condition of the cards packed in this way, I mean, it's almost impossible for them to stay in even remotely decent condition overall. Cage, West, Doherty. Again, just so random. A Shaq rookie. Just so crazy random, some of these newer cards. And we'll take that one out here. These ones I remember were... Boy. You know, surprisingly... Oh, yeah, there it is. So this is what I always knew about these. You can already see some of the scratches on there. So unless, I mean, which is crazy. I mean, look at the corner. Overall, this card is super sharp, but it didn't take much at all. I thought that was a hair at first. For these to get dinged up and scratched up. That is the 1B. So we didn't end up too bad. Now we got to figure out, when we do this preview, how the heck I'm going to divide these up here in a timely fashion as we go. So that's going to be the chore. We got to start working on this Here we go. Let's do a review. All right, so I don't want to make this too difficult. So here is what we're gonna do. So all of the newer. So we're gonna get these stacked. So all of the newer cards, basically anything post 2000 is going to be in one lot. So it's going to be a smaller lot. So it's going to have these. It's going to have the Walker game used jersey. It's going to have the LaMarcus Aldridge Prism. And it's going to have the Azules, which I believe is this year, isn't it? 23-24. So obviously this wasn't packed very long ago. So we're going to have that auto. And we are going to put the Kevin Durant Rookie Sensations on there too. I was tempted to keep this one. Now this did have that small little mark on the corner. So these are going to be one lot. And everything else, besides for the one I got to pick yet, is going to be in the other lot. So we have that. So in our little review of cards, let's go through all these. So, and there was, again, we had some other guys in the stack here too that I just didn't sleeve up. So we do have some older ones in here. So we're going to put all these in here. And then I got to decide here which card I'm going to keep yet. All right, so we got Magic Johnson. We got some old ones. And a lot of these, this is a rookie, Marquez Johnson. Magic Johnson. We got the Members' Choice, Shaquille O'Neal, the Mutombo rookie. Sean, you got Smits. I believe with that, yeah, that's his rookie sensation too. So you got a rookie Rick Smits, Rod Strickland, Steve Smith rookie, Larry Bird, Johnny Davis, Dennis Rodman, Clyde, Larry Johnson, Kukoc rookie, John Stockton, AC Green, older one, Jerry Stackhouse rookie. This is going to be kind of a loaded lot of cards. All right, we're going to put the Jordan preview, I believe, is that? Yeah. We're going to throw the Jordan in the lot. We're going to throw the Shaq in that lot. Again, they had that little scratch on there as well. But I have a ton of these already. The same with the Jordan. So we're going to switch this Walt Frazier out. Take a look at this one. I mean, somebody wrote on there, not surprising. Every card I have, it seems like that's vintage like this. People had, and they just had it in stacks of their other vintage. So I picked up some card shows I've actually... when I see cards like this and a guy has a whole lot of them, I'll try to just make a deal on a big lot of them because they don't want to sit and wait, sell them one at a time either. But I've gotten some really good deals on cards from the 70s. So there's the Walt Frazier. And then we have the two Jordans. So I can keep one out of these. So we got the Top Stars. The Topps Gold. You know, I think I have a bunch of these too. We're going to throw the Topps Gold in the lot. Now, do I want vintage or Jordan? Vintage or Jordan? Man. You know, we're going to let somebody pick up the vintage ones. You know, I think I have a whole ton of these I picked up. I'm going to keep one of the Jordans, the Top Stars. I didn't open as much in the earlier, or in the Top Stars. And so I just kind of I like the background on this one too. So I'm going to keep the Jordan Top Stars. These are all going to go on one listing. So you're going to get some older vintage, newer vintage, rookies. I'll take some pictures, but now you guys know all of the cards kind of pre-2000 out of this break are going in one lot, including the older vintage. And then everything post-2000, plus all three hits we're going to put in the new lot with the Kevin Durant. Because it's two different, I mean, it's two different generations, essentially, of collecting at this point. So those are going to go in one, and all the older cards in the other. So there it is. the 2 lots will be listed. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I have more products. And if we do any changes, I'll make sure to mention before the videos. But we have a bunch more with multiple hits and autos, so looking forward to that. You guys have a good one, and we will see you tomorrow.